Hold on. What's going on? Rizzo and Jeff back here from Studio C. Although I got to tell you, Studio C, very Clinton-esque, Clinton Avenue-esque. I may have re-injured. I may have re-injured you. I was here setting up Studio C. It hasn't been used in a while, and you took a tumble there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, look, I did take a tumble. I thought that the chair was set up and ready for me to go to sit in, and then the minute that I took a chance to sit in that chair, I folded.
You folded
like a big bag of rocks. So thank you so much for that.
That's okay. That's okay. Listen, we got a lot to talk about, and I did want to just kind of reiterate. There's some stuff that I want to get into. First off, Dallas, I also want to talk about the boss. I want to talk about. I feel like we've gained more than a friend. I feel like we've gained a companion. I feel like we've gained a companion.
Dominic Zaccanini. Is that who you're talking about?
I'm talking about Dominic Zaccanini.
Well,
I feel like.
Look, here's the thing. He's our old boss, and and to sit in your old boss's apartment and then have him stand in front of you in a towel.
Yes, the towel.
With a shirt off it's quite a something.
It is quite a something. I'll tell you this. It didn't get to the towel right away. It started off with us doing our business, and we'll get into that. But what really happened is he would come home. We would come home, and he would be in like a regular shirt and pants. Then it would be a t-shirt and pants. And he would declothe, Jeff. The more that does that make sense? He would declothe. Like the longer that he started to declothe.
Look, he's a nice man, and he's a nice middle-aged man. But to see his body come apart as we're living there, as we're staying there, but here's the deal. You were busy talking to your lady. You left me with him. And I love Dom. I love Dom too. I really, really do. You left me with him. And he got more naked by the minute. And I said to you, please come back in here. Please come back in here.
And I was finding every excuse
to not do
that.
Right.
You know why? Because I noticed that it seemed that he was a little more comfortable with you as far as business talk. But he was waiting for me to come in, and as the time passed, an article of clothing came off, and it got to the point where he was sitting Indian style, ball shorts, you could see up his legs, his shirt was half off, and he was waiting for me to come in.
Is there something there that I don't know about?
Look, we're back from Dallas, and again, if you're just make sure you're sharing it. We just kind of wanted to tell you what's going on. I was very concerned that we saved a bunch of money. Can we at least agree that we saved money by that, right?
Yeah, we did do a good job. We saved a bunch of money. We decided that, we weren't going to spend the money on the hotel.
Hundreds of dollars.
He was very gracious to allow us
to stay
there.
He was.
That was cool.
And we didn't, and it was so nice of him, and sharing an apartment with a, yes, it was absolutely 110, 112, 100, can you describe the hot? Before I get into the hog and all that, can you describe the friggin' hot?
Do you know how to sniff testes? Like, if you sniff testes.
Okay. Like, just sniff balls.
Just sniff testes.
Okay.
That's just what it felt like. Like, it was just horrific. And,
okay, so let me throw this at you. People say there's a difference if you're in Phoenix, if you're here, if you're there. It's a different kind of hot.
Yeah, though, this was a different kind of hot. It was a hot that you just, you couldn't realize. It was a hot that was just not okay.
Yeah, it was one that I listen. When we've traveled, you've interviewed for a job. What, Phoenix? Like you've been places. It's not like you haven't been places. It's not like I haven't been places. But I will tell you that I was stunned at how just oppressive. We walked out of that airport and it was fucked up. Like it was awful from like moment one.
Well, fucked up is I wouldn't go that crazy, but it was terribly hot. It was horrendous, and to have anybody living in 110 degrees,
yeah,
is horrendous.
Yeah, I will say this. I felt that people are, we initially went for Battle of the Bits, which is a radio thing. It's like where you do they play a clip from your show. That was awful. How did you feel Battle of the Bits went? Obviously, it was totally screwed up. We screwed it up.
Yeah, well, man, look, you can't pick on the other people that were involved in it. I think. No,
I don't want to pick on them. I just want to talk about how it's supposed to be an audio competition and there was no audio.
Okay. Well, look, I think the bit itself would have been better if the audio was involved.
Do you think we would have won? Because we didn't even.
No, I don't think we would have won in the long run.
Okay.
I just think that the radio thing was kind of decided
beforehand. How do you lose audio though? That's what I want to know. How does one lose audio? How do you? They literally call us up on stage and they say, "By the way, Rizzo and Jeff, you're first. We have lost your audio."
Well, I don't think that we are audio guys. I don't think that we have that figured out.
No, but how hard is it to save audio? It's Battle of the Bits. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
That was a first timer for me. For them to have that, and then we're first up on stage. Did we get embarrassed?
It was embarrassing. And you know what? We weren't there, it turns out, for that. We were there for something else. And I shared some pictures on Patreon, and I will say this, maybe I'll mention a little bit about, how we feel about our future. But I want to talk about some of the characters I met there. A man from Iowa, Jeff. His name was Hairball. Do you remember Hairball?
I forgot about Hairball. I know everything about Hairball.
Okay, you know about Hairball, right? Now, Hairball was from where? The Twin Cities? Is that correct?
No, that's incorrect.
Okay.
It's the Quad Cities.
Okay, sorry.
Quad Cities of Iowa.
Okay, so let's see. Hairball Radio, Quad Cities, Iowa. The Quad Cities are in Iowa? Okay, 97X. His name's Hairball. On the Dwyer and Michaels morning show. Let me see here. Look, Jeff, I found him. He's actually on the air as we speak. West Coast time, 12 to 4. He's got his own page here. Hairball is a celebrity.
He's a fucking rock star.
So he's on the Dwyers and Michaels morning show, and I will say this. The one thing that I did ask is about what is the pay like in Iowa.
Sure. I'm sure it's millions.
I said, what is it like being Hairball? Mike 3 on a morning show in Iowa. And he said that he got the biggest raise of his life. And he told me that with his Saturday show, he's up to 450 Fozzies a week.
Well, look, I'm not sure that if we can survive on that. That's big money.
That's big money.
So for him to make it strong and party like that in Iowa, I mean, if you could make yourself a star in Iowa, anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Let's see. Speaking of Petoskey, somebody happened to write up real quick. We ran into an old WKHQ friend, and I think I was stunned by it. Mm. He had such a belly. Mark?
Well, I know about Mark.
Let me show. Maybe you didn't understand the. Maybe you didn't understand.
You want to talk about a guy who?
Okay, Kimberly Grube, the morning show host at Light 96.3. Okay, his name's Mark, and he has quite the belly.
Mark is he's a Petoskey lover. He loves the Petoskey.
He did, but you know what? I'm looking at him, and there was a comment on our Facebook, and it says, "Oh my belly." And you know what? I didn't realize this. Does he have a colostomy bag?
He looks like a real big fat flarp.
I was gonna say he's like turning into a big flarpy glarp, right?
Holy moly, I'm quite concerned.
I am concerned as well. Have you ever seen? Did you notice this? Because I did not notice this at the party. Did you notice this at the party?
Well, let me tell you.
For those of you that don't know what we're looking at, it's on our Patreon. It's nuts.
At first look, the shirt is begging for relief.
The shirt is begging for relief. Yes. Go ahead. I'm going to show the picture. I think everyone needs to know what we're talking about here. So we met this man. We used to work with him in Michigan. And I have to tell you, Jeff, until Joanne Stevenson pointed it out, Joe from Palmyra, I didn't realize he had such a
goiter?
A goiter. It looks like he has elephantitis on the sides. It looks to me like, yeah, it is. It's a goiter, is it not?
Yeah, you know what? In the conversation, think about this, and just going back and forth, I'm disgusted by him, honestly.
You know what it is? Here's what it was. And now that I think about it, we were at the opening party, 100 and some degrees, and he had cheese crumbles. And he had cheese crumbles, and he was going up to all these really famous professional radio people and giving them hugs, and they were freaking the fuck out.
I was concerned for his well-being.
Me too.
And as he flarped and blarped all around town, I was concerned about it.
The question is, did you notice this physique? This was just pointed out to me. I didn't even notice it.
I think that we were so concerned about our physique that we weren't worried about theirs. And now that we took a look, like I told you, and we saw the physique, he looks like he's dying. Richard.
He looks like he's having a rough day. Yeah.
He looked like he couldn't breathe. Like conversation with him.
He was, and you know what? He kept sampling fucking appetizers.
Right, and I kept saying to him, I'm like, I asked him one time, and you stepped away. I said, "Are you okay, Mark?"
And what did he say?
He said, "I feel like I'm okay."
Okay.
And I said, "Well, I don't feel like you're okay."
Now, and again, listen, this one guy, Hairball, was great. I did get to talk to the CEO of iHeart, and you know what? I was able to say my piece. But I gotta tell you, I'm looking at Mark. I don't think Mark's gonna make it. I'm looking at his belly here. And I want you
Look at me, you look good.
I think we look great.
I look good there.
You know what? I'll turn this around. I think
that's a great picture. I think we look good there, bub.
I think we look great. This is us at the Hubbard Broadcasting Party, all right, as we go and we meet with, a lot of these famous radio people. But I have to tell you, I'm a little concerned, Jeff, and people are commenting about, do we get to him? Or do we finish our Mark conversation first?
Go to the Twiggins, go ahead.
You want to go to Twiggins?
Yeah. My superhero.
Ladies and gentlemen, at every morning show boot camp, there's always a star. I thought Hairball was that star. I thought Mark might have been that star. Ladies and gentlemen.
The fancy man, Twiggins.
Tallahassee,
Florida's star.
This is the star of morning show boot camp, of radio in general. Is he the afternoon guy?
Yes.
Okay. This is the afternoon show host. Okay. At Hot 104.9 in Tallahassee. He's sassy. He's from Tallahassee,
Oh, no,
and he's a little classy.
He's big time sassy.
His name is Twiggins. And Twiggins started to get into and started to hone in. There's another guy who we'll just call Mr. G. And Mr. G finds people like Twiggins and puts them out on the radio, maybe in exchange for kisses. And we saw Twiggins actively going after Mr. G for...
well, here's the thing. You fell in love with Twiggins.
I fell in love with him.
You did.
I did.
While we were there. And you were busy, obviously. I think for the first time in a relationship that it was the first time you left your lady for a couple of days.
It was hard for me.
So it was a roughie.
It was.
But she just didn't understand that Twiggins was in front of us.
Yeah, listen, this is actually an interesting one from Joshua Foreman who's checking in. Would Mark be the free food in the break room bandit? That's a Big 10-4, Captain.
What's 10-4?
I mean, they brought Artemis back, who was fired for drawing a dick in the snow. You know, I can't speak on him. He wasn't at boot camp. I can just talk about the concern I have for the health of Mr. Mark. No. So, I told her that Twiggins was Ryan Seacrest's son. I told Baby Hands that was Ryan Seacrest's son.
What a lie that is. I mean, you know, you're a silly loser.
She's so fucking pissed. She thought that, you know, when this Google Twiggins on the
yeah.
I had a few cocktails. We got
a Carrot Top moment happening right now. So.
Well, why lie? Why lie?
I agree. Why lie?
Because
why lie?
Because I had a few cocktails and we were saying that I just wanted you to think that was Ryan Seacrest's son.
Do you think that's true, or do you think he had a memory issue and now he's trying to cover for it?
He's had many memory issues lately. So
I just think that Twiggins, a.k.a. Ryan Seacrest's son, that is Ryan Seacrest's son. Yes, Twiggins was the AI kid. I will say this, Jeff. Let's see. How do you feel the overall experience was in that? Did you like it in Dallas versus Chicago? Because Dallas, I'll speak for myself. The event was wonderful. Too hot for me. It's too hot.
Yeah, it was hot for me. It was pretty miserable. But at the end of the day, I think that we met with a lot of good people.
Yeah.
I think we had great conversations.
Yeah.
Just the heat itself was something that was really triggering, and it was very surprising.
It was, you know what it was? It was something that you never really understood. And, you know, people say, oh, it's different kind of heat. It's dry heat. It's this heat. It is truly something that is not describable. It was...
Like, the minute you walk outside,
yeah,
like your ass hurts.
You can't breathe.
Just, like your ass is sweating the minute you walk outside.
Would you rather live with Dom full time or on North Clinton Avenue? North Clinton Avenue. Not even close. Yeah. For those of you just tuning in, we did sleep with our former boss, for 2 nights. I slept on the couch. You slept on a blow-up air mattress. And he would declothe as the night went on. Yes, we were sweating like 2 lesbians in a fish market. That was us. Yes, that's exactly right.
That's totally correct.
That is correct. Let me ask you something. Do you think Dom, because you always said that Dom was into me. Dom liked me, wanted me to go on the hog ride. And yes, we went and, you know, we played with his hog. And if you want to see Jeff and I playing with our boss's hog, it's on this page. But I think he was into you. He was talking to you more than he was ever talking to me. He was talking to you way more than he was ever talking to me.
You know, the only thing, and by the way, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to have to go down there and make an entry. But here's the thing. I told you over and over, come in and save me. And
You did.
you, as I stayed there in Dallas, Texas, and as I had many of these conversations with him, and as he took his towel off.
He took his towel.
And did everything.
His shirt.
And you were out there crying to your lady that you missed her, all those kind of things.
It's
oh,
new
baby,
love.
Oh, baby, new love. I
new
miss
love.
you so much.
Yeah.
And you left me there to die with a man, a motorcycle man.
Did you not?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Did you not pretend to go to sleep at one point?
Pretend.
You did say something.
I faked my death.
Okay, so there was.
And you did not come in, and I text you.
You did. You
said,
get the fuck in here.
Get the fuck in here.
You said,
Stop.
get the fuck in here.
Stop with your girlfriend.
You texted my girlfriend.
Right.
You texted my girlfriend and said, he's done talking to you.
By the way,
get the fuck in there.
Your girlfriend is not leaving you, you insecure pussy. Stop it. Please save me in this moment. And you didn't.
Okay.
So for an hour, I was dying in Dallas, Texas.
Okay, but in fairness, you tried to go to sleep. He kept talking.
Oh, so here we go with the Rizzo. He doesn't like to smoke the cigarette. He's doing all kinds of things. Should I tell her that you bought a pack of cigarettes and smoked them like an animal?
You know what? I had a few
tell her?
cocktails. She can hear you. It's
Right?
fine.
The Marlboros?
And you know what? I had 5 cigarettes.
5?
I had 5 cigarettes.
How about 10?
I didn't have 10 cigarettes.
Within 5 minutes.
All right, listen. Now this is what it is. You're mad that I left you in the room with Dom, and now you're trying to hurt me.
You got it.
Okay, you are being malicious and trying to hurt me because I left you with Dominic Zaganini, and he would start declothing.
Yeah. You want more?
Now, listen.
You want me to give her more?
Listen. All I want is
Tell her the real truth.
Tell her the real truth. Don't hurt. Listen.
I've never seen a man smoke more Marlboros in my life.
Okay.
Other than my dad, who
Okay.
died.
Okay. Here's the thing. I will.
And if you ever do that again, we're not working together anymore.
Okay.
Well, that was a cop out. You don't, and you creeper, have to watch her every moment. How about this? How about you just let the lady be?
Okay. I get that you're hurt and upset about what happened with the boss. I understand that you feel that I didn't come to you.
Because I've been in a relationship for well over a decade.
I get it.
And you know what? And you know what the best relief will ever be?
What's the relief?
Is just go ahead and have a good day today.
And that's fine. But see, here's the thing. I think you wouldn't care so much about my relationship had it not been, if we're being totally honest, that Dom tried to molest you sexually. I think that if he didn't try to come on to you, you would have been okay. But you got pissed off, and now you're trying to hurt me. You're trying to hurt my relationship.
I'm trying to ruin your relationship. So where were you in that moment? And I begged you, before we went in there, and you know this, you son of a bitch. Before we went in there, I said, don't you dare put me in this position to have this man be in a towel with me as I'm going to blow up air mattress.
Okay, all right.
And you, as my friend, fucked me.
All right, I failed you as a...
apologize in this moment right now.
Okay, I am truly sorry.
So why didn't you?
Okay.
Why didn't you?
Okay.
Come into that.
Okay.
Room?
Okay.
Were you so concerned that your lady was going to go cheat on you? You freak.
Okay. You know what? And fine.
You know what? And if
things are getting serious now. That's fine. We can get serious.
Here's the deal. If she's going to go, if she wants to go.
Yeah, I agree.
So stop worrying about that.
And you know what? She even said that I didn't say that you were alone with him to the end of the call. And yet, here's the truth. I thought that maybe because you know me and him talked more when we worked together. I thought that he would go in his room if you were just in there because you are not a talkative Teddy.
Oh, I'm not a talkative Teddy.
You're not. But here, I didn't anticipate him declothing 2 nights in a row.
You out there with the Marlboro cigarette.
I do.
because you couldn't just help yourself because you're afraid that your girlfriend's going to leave you. So you leave me with this middle 50s man in a town.
But wait a minute. In fairness, ladies and gentlemen, so you know the full truth. I'm going to tell the truth.
Tell the truth how mad I was.
What?
Tell the truth what I said when you walked in that room.
I think the people could tell. You wanted to shoot me. But in fairness...
No, that's not true. Tell the truth. When you came back in that room, what did I say? How mad was I? Tell the truth.
I don't think you've been that mad.
You've never seen me that mad.
I don't think I've seen you that mad. Probably maybe once when you got stabbed in the neck by Jimmy Croft. Yeah. Other than that, I don't think I've seen you that mad.
I could take the stabbing, but that one I was pretty pissed.
But here's the thing. When I left, he was showing you pictures of his hot girlfriend, who's a lingerie model and music star.
I am not traveling down this
road. So I'm just saying. So in my mind, I thought you were in good hands, like Allstate.
For 2 hours. You are one of the most insecure men I've ever met in my entire life.
Listen.
And let me tell you something there. 6 inches. If your lady's leaving, she's leaving. Okay?
I get it.
So you need to knock it off.
I'll
tell you, that was a terrible experience for me.
Okay. In fairness, we both had to experience the morning towel. We both experienced the morning towel, so you can't just fucking say that it was all you.
Okay. Well,
this is not Jerry Springer, people. We're having a discussion.
I was quite blown away by the old boss in the town. So.
He came out. We were getting ready to go to the airport, and he would come out at like 5 in the morning when we were totally asleep, and he would percolate around and look at us and make coffee on his coffee machine, and he would just wait. And he would just be in a towel. And then we woke up early to get on the plane, and he just stood there in a towel, and he was half bushing.
Well, I wouldn't say that because I got a clear look and it looked like he shaved it.
Well, somebody says don't, you were traumatized. Don't invalidate your feelings. I'm not trying to invalidate. I think maybe you're overly sensitive about this. Did Dom pull peen? The answer is no.
Well, look, here's the deal. And this was 2 nights into this, and I asked you to save me each time. And the second time, you just stabbed me in the back as a friend. You really left me there because you were so concerned that I really believe that you think, that your girlfriend is just going to run around and cheat on you. And I get it. It's insecurity. But she's not going to do that.
Well, listen, we're bodgigaloos.
No. She's not going to do that. And you need to just shut your goddamn mouth and do a show and go to work. But you left me there to die. With a middle-aged man who's confused, and it was tough, and I was mad, and I never get mad at you.
You're right. You
don't
get mad at me that often. You're right.
I never get mad at you.
Right. You're right.
I never raise my voice to you.
You're right.
I never do that. Right?
You're right. No, you don't.
That was the first time that I ever really got mad at you, and I said
you called Baby Hands and said you better tell him to get the fuck off the phone. And then when he went to bed, you were still so mad that you were yelling about it while he was in the other room. You were like, he was so fucking boring, I tried to go to sleep. You were freaking out.
So how about this? Go fuck yourself. Okay?
Okay. All right, look. What's going on, Rob? It's real simple. We had an eventful time in Dallas. Unfortunately, Dom, we tried to.
Yeah, you know what? I tried to be a friend. I tried to be a human being.
I tried
to care about other people. Obviously, I spent a ton of money, pissed away a lot of money, and I figured out that I just wasn't somebody, man. I was a leftover, and to the diva.
Jeff has had enough. Listen, no wonder you haven't talked to me since we got home. I was like, why haven't he hasn't said a fucking word to me since I left?
Can you tell I've been pissed?
Well, now I can.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Dom would piss you off this much.
You ever take a dildo and shove it in an ass? That's what it felt like.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, you didn't feel good about any part of what happened?
You want to pump a dude? Because I got to tell you, I was pretty frustrated.
Okay. How about this? In a show of good faith and friendship.
How do you fix this?
I will say that this is a good suggestion by
Joshua. I go to sit down. The chair is like a folly.
Okay.
The chair's not set. I'm old and fat.
The chair was folded inwards, so
I look ridiculous.
So he fell over off the chair because it collapsed because I didn't set it up.
Right. So
you're pissed about that. You're pissed about Dom.
You know what? You're fired.
Okay, sorry. You still have no idea. Rob, basically what happened is we went to Dallas. We decided to save money by staying with our old boss, Zach. I decided every night to go outside and sit in the backyard and smoke cigarettes and talk to baby hands and leave Jeff inside because I didn't want to see him declothed because Dom would declothe for no reason. It got to a point where by the second night...
You're not supposed to be smoking cigarettes. You're supposed to be quitting the smoking.
But I was drinking. I had a couple rum and cokes one night. I had some Fireball shots for Battle of the Bits.
Why does that turn into smoking?
Because when you drink, and you know this, you know it, when you drink, you smoke. You even said it when you were in Tampa and you did clubs.
So are you being dishonest to your lady? Does she know how many cigarettes you smoked?
I think she knows now, and you've made it a point to not only say it, but you've made it a point to say it publicly so it's known because you're pissed off at me, so now you're trying to get back at me. I get it.
I'm really having problems with you.
I don't know how to make it. Who is Dom? Dom is Zach from Radio 95.1, our old boss. You're one of our biggest fans, Rob.
How about you munch a Belvita?
Okay, Rob, you're one of our biggest fans.
Shut up, Rob.
Okay, Zach. Anyway, no, I'm not a bad friend. The Chantix is where it's supposed to be.
The Chantix is not working, obviously.
Listen.
So get your money back.
Okay. Obviously, I thought this was going to be, I just wanted to recap. So how about this? How do you feel it went?
How do I feel what went?
How do you feel Dallas went?
Dallas?
Yes.
It was okay. It was all right. How do you feel it went there? Handsome?
I think it went really well. I think we have a bright future ahead. I think we just need to get past this hurdle.
We got a bright future.
This is hurdle. We need to get past this fucking hurdle.
Tell me about that bright future.
I just think you need to decompress.
Yeah.
So what if we do if we end this video because everyone's like, how do we make this right? Did we make any good contacts? We definitely did, and I think we'll be announcing something very soon. How would you put it before I propose how to make this right?
Okay. Here's how I'll put it.
Okay.
Go bang your chick and leave me be.
You're that confident.
You've been that confident. Are you confident?
I'm very confident. People were just asking how you feel, and the stars are, how are the stars aligning? Did we make good contacts? They just wanted your opinion. You're just fired up today. You're angry. You're upset with me.
I went to get into a chair that was totally prepared for collapse. So I sit in the chair. It goes down. I look like a complete bag of rocks.
Okay. So
I'm not interested.
He's angry about the chair. He's angry about Dallas. He's angry about Dom. So what if I offer a handshake and a hug as my way to apologize? A handshake and a hug, and then that's how we end this, and the podcast will be up. It's a handshake and a hug. Okay. All right. We'll handshake it. I'm taking accountability. All right. So I will say that I am sorry for what I did to you in Dallas with the boss.
I don't think you believe it. Say it again. What are you sorry for?
I am sorry for purposely making shit up to talk to my girlfriend about.
to leave me with a middle-aged man in a towel.
To leave you with a 55-year-old man who's pretending he has a girlfriend but doesn't in a towel. I'm truly sorry. Are we okay? Okay.
I take your apology.
We've talked it out. We'll see you guys. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. Big shit coming. We love you.